Well, folks, buckle up because this one's a doozy. Former President Donald Trump, a man who seems to have a pathological need to insert himself into any situation, decided to grace us with his expert opinion on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. And what pearl of wisdom did he choose to share? Oh, just the casual accusation that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is, wait for it, a dictator. Yes, you heard that right. Now, I know what you're thinking, John, you can't be serious. Trump called Zelensky a dictator, the same Zelensky who's been leading his country with unwavering courage against a brutal Russian invasion, the same Zelensky who's become a global symbol of resilience and democratic defiance. And you'd be right to think that, because the truth is, Trump's claim is so utterly ludicrous, so divorced from reality, that it would be laughable if it weren't so deeply concerning. It's like calling a penguin a polar bear. Sure, they're both black and white, but come on. The sheer audacity of Trump's statement, the blatant disregard for facts, is truly astounding. And it's a stark reminder of the dangerous misinformation that continues to circulate even at the highest levels of power. But fear not, dear viewers, because we're here to dissect this ridiculous claim and expose it for the utter nonsense that it is. Let's start with the basics, shall we? Volodymyr Zelensky, the man Trump so casually labeled a dictator, was democratically elected in May 2019 in a landslide victory. That's right, folks. The people of Ukraine chose him. They voted for him in a free and fair election. And his approval rating, well, it's certainly not the 4% that Trump, with his trademark disregard for accuracy, claimed. In fact, Zelensky's approval ratings have soared since the Russian invasion, with polls showing overwhelming support for his leadership during this incredibly challenging time. Now, I understand that wartime leadership can be a complex and nuanced issue, but let's not pretend that Zelensky is some power-hungry autocrat clinging to power. He's a man who stepped up when his country needed him most, a former comedian who found himself thrust into the role of a wartime leader facing down a global superpower. And while it's true that elections in Ukraine have been postponed due to the ongoing conflict, this decision was made in accordance with martial law, a necessary measure to ensure the stability and security of the country in the face of Russian aggression. It's not some sinister plot by Zelensky to hold on to power, as Trump and his ilk would have you believe. Thankfully, amidst the absurdity of Trump's claims, there are still voices of reason and principle. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, a man who seems to understand the concept of democracy, wasted no time in condemning Trump's dangerous rhetoric. Starmer rightly defended Zelensky as a democratically elected leader and called out Trump's comments for what they were, baseless accusations rooted in misinformation. And Starmer didn't stop there. He went on to draw a powerful historical comparison, pointing out that even during World War II, the UK held elections, albeit with some adjustments. This, my friends, is what leadership looks like. This is what standing up for democratic values in the face of adversity looks like. Starmer's defense of Zelensky is not just about defending one man or one country, it's about defending the very principles of democracy and self-determination. It's about standing up to bullies and autocrats, no matter where they may reside or what title they may hold. And thankfully, Starmer is not alone in his defense of Zelensky and condemnation of Trump's reckless remarks. Leaders across Europe, including German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson, have also voiced their support for Zelensky and condemned Trump's dangerous rhetoric. This international chorus of condemnation sends a clear message. The world sees through Trump's lies and stands united in its support for Ukraine and its democratically elected leader. It's a testament to the enduring power of democracy and the importance of standing up for what's right, even when it's difficult. The situation in Ukraine is complex, there's no doubt about that. But one thing is clear. Volodymyr Zelensky is not a dictator. He is a democratically elected leader who is bravely leading his country through an incredibly challenging time. And he deserves our unwavering support, because in the end, this isn't just about Ukraine, it's about defending the very principles of democracy and self-determination that we hold dear. And that's a fight worth fighting.